Tail of the tape. This is being fought at 107 pounds, even though Yajaira Romo came in at 108.7. A little flexible here with the weight. Reach advantage 2 inches in favor of Romo, who's the senior. And this is a big spot for Chocolat because Cabello, as Jimmy Lennon Jr. has fought at UFC, has fought in Japan, has fought all over the world. 8-5 record, 1-0 in Combate coming in, and the favorite in this matchup in Monterrey.
8-5 as a record. That's a lot of fights for a professional and for a girl as young as she is.
Very experienced.
Getting in there.
At the age of 25.
Cabello in gray. As Romo takes the center of La Jaula. Punch exchange coming in quick. Both mindful of the kicks. Cabello starting to make it some inroads, catching him with that left and the right. No grace period here, Juliana. They're going for it.
Definitely. A little bit of a feeling out process. Both girls trying to gauge their distance. But when they commit, and you'll see them trade inside the pocket.
Well, Romo putting her head out there.
And you can see that Cabello's a lot longer.
Yeah, those looping right hands connect.
It seems to me they're getting right at it.
And she's going for a takedown.
Some good exchanges of punches here. Both ladies landing some. Cabello kind of has her chin up, but she's blasting forward, pushing forward, blitzing forward. Now she has the body lock with the underhook. Let's see if she can lock her hands together. No, she has the wrist of her opponent. Almost like putting a hand behind her back and being able to punch here.
Wrist control, head locking though. I'd like to see her fight for her underhook.
Chocolata needs to free her right arm, and she does. And
there it is.
There's that body lock. Let's see if she can get the takedown with it.
She needs to jack that underhook up to the moon. She lets it go for some reason. There it is. And walk to her underhook side. And that's exactly what she's doing. And she'll be able to reverse Irene if she continues to jack that underhook up. And there you go.
Simultaneous knees. Although Romo tried to get that headlock, it wasn't much to it.
Nice job of Irene to throw Chocolate's head underneath her armpit to try to sink in a guillotine. But Chocolate is wise, hip to the game, and gets her head positioned in the correct spot.
Chocolata Romo turned it around here. She's the one pressing Irene Cabello against the cage, the Jaula here. And now she has a double underhook body lock here.
She's got it.
They're going.
She goes for the takedown.
Yeah, they're going around the cage like a human cheese grater. It's going, rubbing up against it.
Big elbow over the top for Irene.
Yep.
Chocolat needs to get off the cage. Disengage.
Big forearm by Cabello.
Chocolat with a big overhand right.
What I like about Chocolat is she is tucking her chin when she's throwing those punches, protecting her jaw, where Cabello is throwing, but her head's a little bit up and can get in harm's way of one of those big rights or left hooks if Chocolat lands.
Very active, but again, not making a lot of contact as both very good defensive fighters.
Chocolat going for a headlock, trying to do like a headlock takedown, kind of not my favorite takedown, but she just regresses.
Another takedown.
Yeah, using the whizzer, controlling the wrist of Irene. Nice job, and she gets the reversal, and she's going in for her own takedown here. But she needs to be careful not to get sucked into that guillotine.
Well, Cabello's getting the wraps in here. Got that left arm right underneath the chin of Romo.
And I think it's pretty neat that she has her leg up, but
Beautiful takedown by Chocolate.
Trying to go for the guillotine, but doesn't have the lock in. Now the triangle potentially.
She needs to push that knee down and continue to pass to our right side, which would be Irene's left side. But Irene doing a good job sucking up that rubber guard, looking for a triangle. Or at the very least, just holding her down and using that to break Chocolate's posture so that she can suck up a submission.
Yeah, that high rubber guard we're seeing Irene do is just something very difficult to prepare for. Unorthodox when they get those hips so high, and you can see her being able to stack to that armbar here. Oh, she has that extended Let's see if Chocolate can get out.
Chocolate is trying to hold on to her other arm as tight as she can, and she's trying to get out. She needs to square her hips back up with Irene. She's perpendicular right now, and that's where she's going to be getting into some trouble with those submissions. But she needs to square her hips back up, and if not, pass that leg real quick.
But great job by Chocolate to smash the ankles down of Irene, taking the pressure. You want to extend on those arm bars, and she's pushing her ankle down, not allowing her to extend, and now looking to get for the pass.
This is like almost a contortionist flipped right over his Cabello. And now it's Chocolate unloading.
Chocolate
all that hard work for this.
Needs to not let Irene back up. She worked so hard for the takedown. She needs to continue to ride her, get her hooks in, and drag her back down into the ground.
Trying to get some separation, and Cabello gets back to her feet.
Nicely done by Cabello.
10 seconds left. Feeling out process, and Cabello had the early edge, but Chocolate coming on strong in the first round.
Nicely done by both ladies.
That's always a good sign when you're in the corner, hopping around, clapping, and just in the moment.
Yeah, and that's what I love to see. Sometimes I think about fighting and how scary it is, but you got to go out there and have a good time. And I really like to see those fighters jumping in their corner being like, yes, I love this. I'm ready to get back out there. Let's do it.
Good to see it. Good to see a round of two well-skilled fighters with a lot in their repertoire go after the first round. Showing you a lot here in Combate America's matchup between Yajaira Romo and Irene Cabello.
And Chocolate looks like she's switching her stances. She's going from orthodox to southpaw.
Now some fists start to fly in close quarters. Nothing hitting cleanly. Maybe Chocolate with the slight edge of that right hook.
And that jab.
Still a distance between. Chocolate looks to close, and Cabello blocks that path. Now Chocolate's got a hold.
Chocolate's right here in the open, but she drives her to the fence, and I wish she would have just got that takedown right there in the open. It's inside trip, outside trip, body lock. She needs to get some better head position.
Cabello gets herself into some precarious situations here and lets Chocolate to dictate the terms.
Irene doing a good job of using that wrist control, trying to hold on to that wrist of Chocolate. Chocolate wants to lock her hands, and she does. And now she just needs to go forward or backwards.
Oh, looking for a takedown.
What was that, ref?
Ref seen enough.
Very questionable break by the ref.
Raul Porata there.
You know, they want to be a part of the show. They want to be a part of the show too.
Oh.
Ooh,
just kidding.
That was a loaded one there.
Nah, he's just not seeing enough. He wants to see more action.
I think there was a lot of action going on. A body lock that was a horrible break in my opinion.
Yeah, but we're all about mucho más acción, much more action here in Combate. And that's what the folks came to see.
The legs getting entangled on a couple occasions. See if Chocolate can get in those close quarters and bring that takedown as she just attempted and was broken up by Raul Porata. The action slowing down. Blistering pace to open the first round as we're about halfway through round number 2 here.
Chocolate hunting down Irene.
It looks like Chocolate has a really good feel of La Jaula, knows which buttons to press to get in the right positions. And even to your point, changing from orthodox to southpaw, she's got a good feel there.
Yeah, she's finding some success doing that. Nice big uppercut and a flurry of punches from Chocolate. Walking down Irene. Irene circling off the cage, getting some movement in there, not trying to be a sitting duck.
Cabello is picking her spots, but time is running short on when to pick them. She's not been able to establish her style outside of a few seconds in round 1. Corner saying want more jabs, less kicks from Cabello.
Cabello just trying to get in this fight, but cannot get a rhythm. Chocolate just gaining more and more confidence. Beautiful.
Spinning back fist.
Spinning back fist finds its target.
I think she needs to just be a little more aggressive here. I know when she comes in with her blitzes, she's catching some punches by Chocolate, but at this point, she's down on the striking, she's down on the technique. She needs to make this a little bit more messy and come forward and push.
Legs getting tangled again, but finally Cabello able to get inside, and now the clinch. briefly leads to a big knee.
Plum tie, big, massive knee for Chocolate. Controlling the posture of Irene.
Chocolat has to be happy about the decisions she has made to keep Cabello at bay. And with a minute to go, it would appear Cabello has an uphill battle to win this round. And according to our analysts here, Gil and Juliana, Chocolat won round 1. Just a frustrating matchup apparently from Cabello. It just doesn't look or feel right for her. She tries maybe some different angles or something to make a breakthrough. Spinning kick. Just pushes back Cabello for a moment. Now let's see if she's gonna load more jabs. It worked. Got inside.
Smoking Joey Villasenor, screaming at Irene that she's tired to keep going, get in there. He's begging for her to push the pace and continue to come forward.
I think that's the right advice. I think that's the
when
right
she
advice.
does those
Come
jabs,
forward.
it closes.
Yeah, she may be getting hit in the process, but she needs to keep pushing forward and know she's eating some.
An underhook there.
Oh, ref's gonna come break this up.
Oh, Gil. Saved by the bell.
Do not let that deter you from these girls being absolute killers once that cage door closes.
Round 3, seemingly with everything to fight for, certainly for the Spaniard Irene Cabello.
There's a lot riding on this. Both ladies trying to make some noise in the weight class, in the division. Chocolate 1-1, coming off a win. And Irene La Niña Cabello is 1-0. So whoever wins this gets some big momentum and makes a statement here.
Cabello with that incredible pedigree coming in, defeated famed Japanese women's wrestling champion Miyu Yamamoto. And we touched on earlier, fights in UFC. A fighting spirit, 13 fights at the tender age of 25, making her second appearance in Combate Americas, looking to avoid her first loss. Whoever won round 1 or round 2, it wasn't by a lot. And the judging is not an exact science, but it's going to be 10-9 to one or the other.
Chocolate needs to fight for her underhook and get off of the cage.
Okay, Cabello continues to get frustrated with where she can make some progress here.
And Irene doing a good job of not letting Chocolate get that underhook.
Cabello being the aggressor and obviously winning this round with the pressure. Has the body lock, but it's not going to be enough. She needs to come out strong, and she needs to get a finish here. I mean, the first round was close, but still, Irene needs to push hard.
And Joey Senor is begging her once she gets that body lock to drag her off of the fence out in the open to get the takedown.
They're out in the open now. 3 minutes and change to go here in round number 3. A lot of feint jabs. But Gil, your point is I think there is some intrepidation about getting hit here.
Yeah, I think Cabello is respecting Chocolate, and rightfully so. But the respect has to go away at this point, and she needs to just make it a fight. And she needs to sacrifice herself.
Well, that makes some contact there.
That's the right idea. That's the right idea she has going.
Stepping in, and now she's closed the gap with that headlock again, and Chocolat happy to drag her to the cage. Brings her to the boundary where she's had success.
Listen, when you're headlocking and trying to control the head, you're only controlling the head. You're not controlling the rest of the body. So I need an underhook, please.
Big knee from Chocolat just misses its target. But both fighters, no output here. And when they get up against the cage, the action slows.
There she is, finally trying to drag her off of the Jaula.
Takedown would be huge here for either fighter. Big knee from Cabello.
Chocolate needs to keep fighting for an underhook and get off of the Jaula. And they disengage. Back to the center of the Jaula, the cage.
All right, 1:40 to go. This is it. All the training, all the positive clips about the talent of Cabello mean nothing unless she can get the activity going. It's been a bad matchup for her. She has to find a direction, a route here of success.
This is a close round. I think Cabello could actually be winning by being the aggressor here and pushing forward. As Chocolate can't let this round go. That first round was close. And even though she looks like she has the momentum, who knows how that first round was judged by all the judges out here. And I think it could come down to this last round.
But in a fight like this, Juliana, a takedown or a power punch would illuminate. It would stick out from a process of feeling each other out.
And it's so neck and neck that literally each girl is letting the fight slip from their fingers as the time goes on. There's 50 seconds left in the third and final round. The judges are only going to remember what happens in the last 30 seconds of the last round. So if either one of these girls gets a takedown, that's probably what's going to stick into the judge's head and what they're going to remember, and could be the deciding factor on who wins the fight.
1 minute to turn it on. Actually, 35 seconds to go. A look over at her corner for Chocolate Romo. Going to be hard to judge. She might have the edge overall. 3 highly contested rounds.
Cabello with the foot stomp. I like when I see that.
Try at this point, empty the chamber. Try anything and everything. 10 seconds to go. And that will be that. Oh, the takedown at the death for Romo.
Ooh, inverted triangle attempt at the last second there. Here's a replay. Big elbow for Chocolate. Got the takedown, working on the ground and pound. Trying to take the back of Irene. Irene with a big jab, misses with the overhand.
But no follow-up.
No follow-up. Big, huge plum tie for Chocolate. Gets a massive knee on Irene. A big 1-2, but followed and returned with a 1-2 of her own from Irene. Spinning back fist lands flush, and Irene comes forward, charging into the Jaula, into the cage, and Chocolate with the final takedown at the end of round 3.
It's going to be close. I mean, the more I think about it, I think Chocolate may have the edge, but this goes in either direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, tras de 3 rounds, tenemos una decisión unánime. We have a unanimous decision. Los 3 jueces tienen la pelea 30-27. All 3 judges 30-27 a favor de la ganadora de Monterrey, Nuevo León, México, Yajaira Romo.